I'm gonna do this video on replacing my bearings and my seal. Bearings and my seal. This is my bearings. This is a seal for a 10K axle on an alko trailer. It's tandem dual. It's a 40-foot gooseneck trailer. My seals went bad and they're leaking, and so I've decided to replace the bearings and the seal. I already done work on my leaf springs. I changed the bushings. I'll do that video next time I work. I might get a little noise in my neighbor over there cutting his grass. So what I'm gonna show you is how to take the hub off, take the seal out and the bearings, and replace everything. It's pretty simple. You can use basic hand tools to do it. If you have any questions or comments, leave your remarks and I'll view them later. Come view in. First thing you want to do is you want to take this plastic cap off. I already pretty much took it off and disassembled everything. I'm just giving you a walkthrough. There's a pin, a cutter pin in here. You take that pin out and this bolt just unscrews by hand. You just unscrew it. Okay. There's a washer, a flat washer here. Take that out. And then you have your front bearing. You have two bearings, inner and the outer. This is your outer bearing. There's one of them there. I don't need to replace that because it's still good. And this hub is kind of heavy, so if you drop it on your foot, it'll hurt. As you can tell, the hub, the bearing stuck onto the spindle, which is fine. That's why I was replacing it, because it's bad. See, these bearings is bad. Let me bring it in here. See, the bearing go in there and the seal goes in there. Okay, what you want to do is you want to take your seal off first and then your bearing comes out. Okay, it's simple. It don't take much. You don't need a lot of tools for it. On my other one, I got the seal out with this thing. Just pry it out. Once you get that out, the bearing will come right out of there. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is replace it. But I'm gonna try to clean up a little bit, some brake cleaner. Okay, now time for the new bearing to go in. This is your inner bearing. You drop it in there. Simple. Okay, you see this? It's a oil side. That's the side you want to face down. And you just kind of get it in there, kind of flat. And what I do is I have a plate. I'm gonna put this plate dead on top so it can go down in there even. Okay. Put this flat plate on there so it can go down even. I'm gonna put a block on top. Get Old Faithful and just hit it down. Come look at it. See, it's flush. It's flush with this disc plate right here. That's what you want. You want it flush. And that's it. That's how you put it in. That's how you put the seal in and the bearing. Okay, now next step is to put everything back together. It was very simple. Didn't take much. It's a 20-minute job if you do it right. Remember, this thing is heavy. So watch your toes. That goes on just like that. Now, putting it back together, all you do is just reverse the steps. Okay, put this in first. Remember, that was the last thing we took out. And then your plate goes in. That was the second thing we took out. Then your bolt. You just want to hand tighten it. You don't want to tighten it too much, because if you tighten it too much, then you can damage your bearings. It won't roll freely. So what I do, I just zoom in right here. I just hand tighten until you can see that hole right there. Once you see that hole, it's time to put your pin in. Where my pin go? Once you put your bolt and everything on there, you just want it to roll freely. See, if you screw it too tight, if you screw this bolt too tight and it don't roll freely, once you hook everything up and you go to driving, you'll notice that after a while it's gonna tear your bearings up, and you'll be right back down here doing the same thing over again. So to save yourself some trouble, just don't tighten it all the way. Hand tighten it. Hand tighten is all you need. Let me go get my little pin real quick. And this one here, keep in mind, it's plastic, so you don't have to tighten it too tight, because you'll break it. Oh man, I might need another gasket. Man.
Is it licking?
Nah, because I put this in there. That's it. Then, of course, you gotta put your Greek oil back in there. Take it and spin it a few times so that oil can get to the rear bearings. And this is 80W90. That's what I use. It don't matter what brand it is, it all do the same thing. All right, that's it. Have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm not a professional. I'm what you call a shade tree mechanic. I'm a hot shot driver. This is my equipment I use to do my loads. You know, 40-foot gooseneck, hot shot. Jesus delivers delivery service. Your flight's in good hands. Let Jesus carry your loads. If you have any questions, like I say, feel free to ask. I answer according to what I know. If I don't know it, I ain't gonna answer it. That's it.